Going to the main event. Yes, that was probably bad. Did you get tired enough to say things you don't mean? I didn't mean that, even though it actually
We just got canceled.
That's fine.
Hey, it's the beer is called Modelo Negro, folks. Don't ever talk back to Bob. Let it go, Bob.
That's fine. It's fine. I just took a picture and I shared it and then I just tagged it with hashtag UFC, whatever event that happened to be. Curtis Blaydes, my man, my Windy City champ. There's no bias there, obviously. Minus 400 at this point, man. Versus Derek Lewis, plus 325. Real Mike, talk to me about Razor Blades versus the Black Beast or the I like to lay down for large portions of the fight and then just stand up and knock people out.
Yeah, this is a sad one for my boy Black Beast. I love some Derek Lewis. My balls is hot. My chicken, whatever it may be. But this is MMA in the upper echelon of the sport. I just think that Curtis Blaydes wrestling is really that good, man. He's going to be able to take down Derek Lewis, put him on his back like a big old turtle, and he's going to be able to drop elbows and rain down elbows from hell like Thor. There's nothing that Derek Lewis is going to be able to do. He better pray to God that he hits Blaydes with a random knee or an uppercut when he comes in for the first takedown, because I think that's all he needs. I think Curtis Blaydes picks him up, takes him down, slams him on his ass, on his back, and just literally does whatever the F he wants with him. There's levels to this game. There's wrestling levels to this game. And Derek Lewis has not put in the year's work on the wrestling mats or the jiu-jitsu mats to be here. So I'm going with Curtis Blaydes by absolute devastation, elbows to his face. He's getting wrecked. Derek Lewis is getting knocked out cold.
What I like about Derek Lewis is if you asked him if he's put the mat time in for wrestling and all that, he'd be like, nah, it's too hard. And you'd be like, yes, that's the perfect answer.
Well, hey, at least you're honest.
Yeah. But no, it's talking about the DraftKings stuff. 9,400 for Blaydes, 6,800 for Lewis. Right away, obviously, pick is Curtis Blaydes. This fight tailor-made for him. What's even better though is that for this fight, it's tailor-made for DraftKings, and just Curtis Blaydes is as high as a recommendation can get. What I really like about this is that Derek Lewis is tough as hell, and he takes a massive beating just to put him away. And I can see a scenario in this fight where Lewis just survives for 5 straight rounds. Just, his toughness alone will just carry him through, and we can get another 170-point showing from Blaydes like he did against Volkov, another tough dude just on the bottom surviving. 5-round main events, guys, with wrestlers, you got to love them. Anyway, this fight does come with a little risk, obviously. Derek Lewis, he's got that death touch, but obviously the death touch when you're on your back doesn't exactly work. It's that old Randy Couture, James Toney theory. Don't think too hard about this one. Find a way to put Curtis Blaydes in your lineup. It's got the scoring potential to get you anywhere from 150 to 200. That's we talk about it sometimes. That's Connor. That's red panty night territory. So don't think this one too hard.
My biggest issue with this fight is the odds, and not because I don't think it's unwarranted. I think it's getting close to what it probably actually should be. It's just when we first broke down this fight, Curtis Blaydes was minus 220, and I would have told you to parlay him until the cow comes home, and I probably would have just played him straight at that because Curtis Blaydes is a smart fighter. I know sometimes there are not a lot of them. You have to pick them out when they happens. He 100% knows how he's going to win this fight, and he's going to do that. Even if it doesn't make you happy, he's going to do that. He is going to take Curtis Blaydes down. He is going to beat him up. This is going to look a lot like Derek Lewis versus DC, except he is going to be getting battered when Blaydes is on top position. And I do think eventually he's going to get the TKO on an extremely tired Derek Lewis. I would give that out as a play, but even that's juiced at this point because it's probably always going to win. Obviously, Derek Lewis has the death touch. It's a real possibility, but if anyone's striking has come along, it's Curtis Blaydes. He's smarter, a more defensive striker, and can throw in combination. He is one of 2 fighters that I know of that Bang Ludwig still trains in striking. He's completely switched his focus. He doesn't train actual fighters, but he trains TJ Dillashaw and he trains Curtis Blaydes out there at Elevation Fight Team. He doesn't train Elevation Fight Team. He just trains Curtis Blaydes. And Curtis Blaydes, I'm sorry, man. He's, other than the kryptonite that is Francis Ngannou, even though he's been able to take his shots for the most part, not entirely get put out, even though he's gotten finished in the fights. Apparently, he's probably never going to get that one again. So you just got to hope that Ngannou doesn't get the title. But this guy would beat every other major heavyweight there now. I would bet him against Stipe. I would bet him against the aged DC. I would bet him against just about every single person in the UFC except Francis Ngannou, and that's just from past performances. Derek Lewis has his chance, but he's just going to be too tight. The difference is, and everyone always brings it up, you have the, Blaydes round 4. Sorry, Prime's put in there. Blaydes round 4 plus 1,025. What I'm actually planning on doing with Blaydes, I didn't put it in here because I don't like to give out props. What I'm probably going to do is I'm going to put some fraction plays, like half units or quarter units on like 4 and 5 specifically. Just because I think it's going to take that long, and he'll be super tired out. I usually don't like doing too many rounds because the lower rounds you don't get as good of odds. So if it ends up hitting one of those, you don't really make back what you would put on the further ones. Obviously, that can bite you. Like I had that once for Max Holloway winning against Showtime Pettis, and I had 4 and 5, but he got him out in the 3rd because I had confidence that Pettis could actually last till the 4th, and apparently couldn't handle those body shots. And Derek Lewis can't handle the body shots either. But Blaydes is smart, and so sorry, going back to what I was saying before I broke away from that. Everyone likes to bring up the fact that Derek Lewis is like, he gets taken down, he gets tired, but he stands up whenever he wants to. It's like, that's fantastic that he stands up whenever he wants to, but that's not against Curtis Blaydes, because you want to know who he didn't stand up against whenever he wanted to and push him off? Daniel Cormier. And this is a very similar stylistic matchup to that one. Obviously, there's a huge dog odds, and this Prime brings up, third is plus 625, 4 is 1025, 5 is 1625. So I'll probably put probably a quarter unit on both 4 and 5, and I got decided on 3. We'll see how out of shape Lewis looks on the scale, because that's a real possibility. Because man, like similar to what Mikey Gilz was getting at, cardio's hard.
Yeah, it's not fun.
Hard. Why? I mean, when you own a beauty shop and a restaurant and a bunch of like little things in the Houston area, why?
He wants to drive his truck to the cage, and I can see it happening.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they can give him a golf cart that he could take from the back to the front.
Dude, hell yeah!
Especially not with, I mean, there's no audience members in the stands clapping. Might as well just drive up there.
Yeah, they do it like an old baseball pitcher from the bullpen. They do it in like a giant like hot balls mobile. Like, dude, we can market this. I'm trying to help.